Oh God! I don't think they're supposed to stretch like that! This is what Rico thinks is gonna happen to me when I jump into a black hole? Okay. I'm thinking that this is one of them wormhole-y black holes that's, gonna take me to another parallel universe or something instead of rip me to shreds.
I didn't say it would rip you to shreds. I said it would spaghettify you. Spaghettification is the process of being stretched by immense gravity until you're reduced to a thin stream of matter.
That doesn't sound any better. Besides, I'm more of a fusilli guy. But if that's what it takes for you guys to subscribe to my channel, I'll do it. Subscribe.
You are coming off as desperate.
Whatever, alright. I'm about to jump into this black hole for just 1 nanosecond.
Okay, quick brain fact. Did you know that curiosity is one of the only emotions that actually rewires your brain in real time? The moment you lean in to understand something, like you are right now, your neurons start building new pathways. When you watch curiosity-fueled content like this, your brain treats it like active learning, decoding and making sense of new ideas just like it does when you solve a puzzle. So, watching our shows is literally good for your brain. Well, that's why we launched the Popular Science Fast channel, where you can stream all our shows 24/7. Tune in any time of day and you'll find mind-bending science from us and from some of the world's leading creators, including NASA spaceflight, Hacksmith, and Complexly. Plus, live rocket launches, documentaries, and deep dive specials. It's basically a non-stop feed of curiosity, always on, always learning. We're currently available on 10 different platforms, including Vizio, Roku, and Plex, but we're just getting started. We're reaching tens of millions of homes and streaming devices all over the globe, and that audience keeps growing every month. And the channel just keeps evolving. We're adding brand new series and specials monthly, from breakthroughs in tech to space exploration coverage you can watch live. It's a front row seat to the new space race, alongside a 150-year-old legacy of science storytelling now being brought to streaming for the first time. So, if you ever finish one of these streams and still want more, well, you don't have to wait. You can jump straight into Popular Science and keep that curiosity going. It's there 24/7, ready whenever your brain wants its next aha moment.
Three, two, one. Can I travel to a parallel universe before I get pulled back out?
You never said anything about pulling you out. That would be impossible.
What?
The black hole's gravity pulls so hard that no amount of force is able to pull you out.
Rico!
You'll be stuck moving toward the center, no matter what.
Oh, come on! Oh! Oh! Oh man, I'm not starting.
I'm starting to not feel so good.
You're starting to move in slow motion, even if time still feels normal to you. This is because the strong gravitational field near the black hole slows down time relative to an observer far away, a concept known as time dilation.
That's not how Nolan did it in Interstellar.
Yes! I told you that would work, Rico! Never doubt your boy Chase! Oh. Just like I suspected, the black hole was actually a tunnel through space-time, a wormhole, as the science nerds call it. And the other end has dropped me into a parallel universe, instead of crushing me like Rico said it would. I'm a genius.
Don't celebrate too much yet.
Huh? For fuck's sake! Even in a parallel universe, everything's out to kill me.
This isn't the universe where you survive at the end of every
Wait,
episode.
what? You mean that exists?
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, well, of course! Why didn't I think of that? Theoretically, there are countless parallel universes where every possible outcome of every event happens. So all I need to do is keep jumping from universe to universe until I find one where I don't die at the end of every episode.
We're in purely speculative territory now. It can't be that simple.
Watch me, Rico.
Maybe I can find a universe where I don't die, and my YouTube channel is hugely popular.
Oh, hey, that's looking better. Yeah, that's not happening. Let's try again. Hello? Are you guys real? I didn't sign up for this! Ah! Huh?
You see that vicious jealousy in chimpanzees. One of the things they attack people over is
Okay. This is getting weird. Alright. Huh. Everything seems pretty normal. Huh. Huh. I'm gonna bust into this hospital and steal all the Hey, what's up, broskies? So today, I'm gonna be doing the train prank, where I'm gonna set up 400 mannequins, and we're gonna see which one of us gets hit by the train first. It's gonna be epic. Holy crap! Rico! It's me! It's me! Oh. Hey, what's up, broskies? So today, I'm gonna be doing... Oh, man. Is that what I look like?
Yes, he is an exact match. Except he has 5% less body fat, 13% more symmetrical facial features.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Thank you very much for being very explicit. What's going on? After I get bolted into space by this train, we'll see if I survive. Probably land on the moon, I'll probably land on the moon, or maybe I'll end up in orbit. I love you guys too. Yeah, totally. Oh, let's take a photo. Yeah. No, I'd love to do more selfies. Okay, don't touch me there. Alright, okay, alright, chill. Yo, chase heads, chill. What are those things?
Subscribers.
Huh?
He has 500 million of them.
What? Hey, what up, dudes? That was totally a prank! I'm still chilling. Hey.
Catchphrase!
What am I watching here? It's a prank! I'm just kidding, you idiots! Why are you all screaming?
Bro?
That's different. Bro? Wait! Wait! Wait for me! Rico said, you can't jump into a black hole, and I was like, listen up, Rico boy. Chase here can definitely jump into this black hole. So that's what I did. I jumped in and spaghettified, well, fusillied myself all the way here. And somewhere between all this, I was on Joe Rogan, somebody wanted me to eat a bunch of hot dogs, and now I'm here. So, like, no matter what sick tech or rad gear you roll in with, you still totally bite it at the end of every episode? That's what you took away from this? I mean, I know it's lame, but like, no, bro, that's epic. I mean, you might bite it at the end of every episode, but at least you come back, smelling minty fresh as ever. Me? I just never die, no matter how wrecked or busted up I get. But you're living the dream. You've got your face on billboards. You've got mobs of crazy fans who love you. Or want to eat you. I'm not really sure what was happening over there, but it seemed cool. Bro, they're crazy. Like, they keep pushing me for gnarlier and crazier stunts. Now they've got my sponsor, Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings. Hopped up on this massive live stream. I don't think my body's gonna come out in one piece, bro. Dude. They want you to go into that? Yeah, and I mean, like, I want to, and like, my agent's saying that it could slide me into more science-y videos, and that's where the big bucks are, man. But dude, if I go in there, I know I'll be stuck in there forever, just getting stretched for all eternity. I'm no superhero, not like you, bro. I'm no superhero. Where am I? I've got an idea. I'm gonna get in your pants. What? Bro, I don't think anyone's gonna believe that's me. That suit's way too tight. You can barely move, bro.
That's because he has 5% more body fat than you.
Yes, you had mentioned that already. Thank you, Rico. Wait, did you build this spacecraft? Yeah, bro. Why? Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Cue the montage. Right now. Start it! Okay, so, if you flew a regular old spaceship into a black hole, it'd be a pretty short live stream. The gravity pulling on the part of the ship closest to the black hole is much stronger than the gravity pulling on the back of the ship. So, it'd be ripped in half long before you reach the center of the black hole. You'd also be bombarded from the intense amounts of radiation escaping from the hole, which would not only disable the spaceship's systems, but also melt your face off. Luckily, the spaceship I've built for you can withstand all that, but the technology required to do so is too complex for puny human brains to understand, so it won't actually be you flying the ship. It'll be me, dressed as you. You just wait here until I go into the black hole. And then you reemerge, with everyone thinking you just pulled off the most amazing feat in the history of the universe! Even though it was me, and I've technically done it a few times now. And then you'll have all the credibility you need to start that science channel you've always wanted. You really think you can fool all my fans, bro? Yeah, bro, I think I got it, dude! I might need a new suit, though. What's up, yars? It's your boy Chase, still alive! Oh, thanks, Slim Jimmy! You're my bro from another mother!
You might want to tone it down a bit. Besides, you still have time to change your mind. I thought this universe was everything you wanted.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have my small group of real supporters than these 500 million monsters. I miss you guys. You're the best, really. Remember when we went to the moon and I made that hamburger that you guys watched me choke to death on? You guys were there with me every step of the way. Plus, I'm starting to think that my dying thing is some kind of superpower. Should I get a suit? Like a super suit?
Wow, that really went to your head.
I don't know what you mean. Here we go, bros! Grab your Red Bulls and crush them on your face in 2, 1! Wah! Whoa, bros! Did it work? Rico, do you see the other chase anywhere? Wait. How did we end up right back where we started?
What are you talking about?
The parallel universes, the other chase, the live stream, the Joe Rogan experience. You don't remember any of this?
No. As soon as you entered the black hole, you were immediately spaghettified to death. And now, you are here.
No, there's no way I imagined all that. Rico, check your hard drives or something. We traveled several very different universes. We jumped in like 5 black holes.
The concept of traveling to a parallel universe through a black hole is extremely unlikely. Even if it was possible, the odds of you passing through the event horizon before dying are very, 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 very low.
But not impossible for someone with superpowers. Oh no, dude! Oh, it's just a prank, bro! Stop being so dead about it.
If you landed on Venus, this hot planet would crush you like a plastic bottle. It would be painful, but don't worry, it would only last 5 seconds. The longest 5 seconds of your life. And just wait till you see what happens on Mars. It's unsettling. Venus has an extremely dense atmosphere, and with that dense atmosphere comes crushing pressure. Literally, it would crush you. The Venusian atmospheric pressure is 92 times higher than the pressure you experience on Earth. It would only take a millisecond before it started crumpling your spacesuit. After 1 second, your suit's integrity would be compromised. You'd be trapped in the imploding spacesuit with no way out. And that's when your body would begin to collapse. In the next 2 seconds, your skin and muscles would compress, your blood vessels would pop, your organs would fail. Finally, you'd lose consciousness, and just like that, you'd be gone. Venus looks like a beautiful place, but it's deadly. And being crushed by extreme pressure is just one of the many ways you'd die here. Remember the dense Venusian atmosphere? Well, not only does it create crushing pressure, but it also generates the greenhouse effect. Yeah, Venus is hot, instantly boiling your insides kind of hot. Even if you could somehow withstand all that bone-crushing pressure, the heat would get you.
Oh yeah, this feels hot, like being toasted. Like bread being toasted. You guys know what toast is.
Warning, internal temperature rising.
The surface temperature on Venus reaches 465 degrees Celsius. That's almost as hot as the lava coming out of Earth's volcanoes. You'd be feeling the effect of this intense heat within seconds. After 1 minute, your internal temperature would start rising. Cue heat exhaustion.
What if, Guy, I don't feel so good.
Body temperature, 40 degrees Celsius and rising.
At this point, you'd experience nausea, fatigue, and extreme sweating. Your internal organs would start to overheat.
It's getting dark. It's getting dark.
After 10 minutes, you'd lose consciousness. Now, you just have minutes left before suffering brain damage and complete cardiac arrest. On this planet, heat stroke is no joke. Nothing's a joke here, really. The Venusian air is unbreathable. It's made up of 96.5% carbon dioxide and 3.5% nitrogen, which means taking just one breath of this atmosphere would suffocate you. And if that's not enough, Venus's sulfuric rain would corrode your spacesuit and burn your skin. As far as the survival situation on Venus goes, it's a 1 out of 10. Would not recommend. Now this is Mercury.
The closest planet to the sun, like I haven't just suffered a massive heat incineration already? Come on, what if, Guy?
Well, Mercury has a little secret. It's actually extremely freezing. At least on the night side.
Surface temperature, minus 180 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, of course. I knew that. Everybody knows that. And here, I'll let you in on a little secret. What If Explorers Club on Patreon is on a roll. That's right, get access to early episodes, and you can see me die. A lot. I die a lot.
Here's the thing about Mercury. Unlike its planetary neighbor Venus, it doesn't have an atmosphere. And without an atmosphere, there's nothing to trap the sun's heat and keep it close to the planet during the long Mercurian nights. Even though Mercury is just 58 million kilometers from the sun, as soon as night hits, it cools down rapidly. When you first land, you'll be okay. You could walk around and explore the planet.
Yeah, Rico, there's like a little numbness in my fingers. Is that normal?
Numbness in the extremities indicates the early stages of hypothermia.
Nah, I'm okay. It's like minus 180 degrees here, you know? Of course it's a little chilly. What a shocker.
Hypothermia would take a little time to kick in. It starts with a tingling feeling in your fingers, then suddenly you begin to shiver.
Yeah, I don't feel any shivers. Okay. Maybe I feel a few shivers, but it's not that bad.
Warning, your body temperature has dropped to 35 degrees Celsius.
Can't feel my fingers.
After 10 minutes in this extreme cold, you'd barely be able to move.
Warning, core body temperature at 32 degrees Celsius. Return to the spaceship immediately.
Your muscles would feel stiff. You'd feel confused and cold.
There was at least 102 Dalmatians.
You'd feel extremely disoriented. Everything would slow down for you. But you wouldn't die. Not yet.
Warning, core body temperature now 28 degrees Celsius.
Even now, you'd still be alive. You could barely function, but you're alive. It would take about 60 minutes for Mercury's dark side to kill you. Slow, cold, and painful. But hey, at least you'd get to see some of Mercury's views before you collapsed from the extreme cold. I'd give Mercury's night side a 3 out of 10. But Mercury has a day side too, and it's burning hot. The temperature here hits 427 degrees Celsius, just slightly cooler than the temperature on Venus. And it's not the intense heat that would kill you, it's extreme radiation too. You'd feel all of it the moment you stepped out of your spaceship. Your body would start overheating. If you didn't have the protection of your spacesuit, your skin would immediately get radiation burns.
My hands! My hands are burning! Ah!
It wouldn't be pretty. All that radiation would quickly damage your DNA. It takes 1/1000th of a second to kick off that process. Within the next hour, your cells would mutate and die. So make sure to wear a spacesuit, no matter how hot it feels.
Danger. Core body temperature increased to 39 degrees Celsius.
After 5 minutes of these burning conditions, you'd begin to feel the effects of hyperthermia. If your suit's cooling system were to fail, you'd experience an amount of heat you've never felt in your life.
God, it burns! My hands! It's like they're on fire! It's exactly like they're on fire!
This sudden overheating would make you nauseous. After 10 minutes, you'd be like a piece of toast. Your body temperature would hit 42 degrees Celsius, and if you've ever had a fever like that, you'd know at this point, you'd be in delirium.
I swear, there were 103 Dalmatians. Everywhere! Dalmatians everywhere!
Exactly like that.
Rico, are you a Dalmatian?
Your muscles would become weak, and your organs would start to shut down. Now you'd be unconscious, in the middle of having heat stroke and being blasted by radiation. At this point, you wouldn't have long. Hot side of Mercury rates a 2 out of 10 from me. All right, let's look at Mars. The red planet sounds a lot more promising. Where else in the solar system would you want to establish a human base? Well, not so fast. Mars sits just outside the sun's habitable zone. It doesn't have water or a magnetosphere. Its atmosphere is incredibly thin. It's not a place you could settle into comfortably.
What do you mean? Ours is great.
That is, until you try to breathe on it. On Mars, the air is mostly made up of carbon dioxide. You'd have to keep your spacesuit on at all times, because if you didn't, you'd die.
Spacesuit breach detected.
It only takes a minor suit malfunction for Mars to kill you. The first few seconds of inhaling the air on Mars would feel confusing.
What's confusing about this? I'm dying!
You'd be gasping for oxygen and starting to breathe more rapidly. At the same time, your breached spacesuit would start to decompress, and that would be truly awful. The atmospheric pressure on Mars is only 0.6% of what you have on Earth. As soon as your spacesuit gave in, all the pressure inside it, the pressure keeping you alive, would escape.
Warning. Danger of ebulism. Warning.
Ebulism is what happens next. As your suit's pressure suddenly dropped, your body would experience painful, blood-boiling conditions. You see, your blood and other bodily fluids have gases inside them. Exposed to the low-pressure environment on Mars, these gases would boil. Your skin would swell and puff up. After about 7 minutes, you'd be dead. This is going to be pretty graphic. Somebody put a warning on the screen. Mars would give you hope, and then gruesomely kill you the first chance it got. I'd seriously reconsider coming here, because even if you made absolutely sure that your spacesuit was safe and wouldn't suffer a life-ending breach, Mars will find another way to wipe you off its face. And that other way would be dust storms. Dust storms on Mars are wild. They can cover the entire planet, and they last for weeks or even months.
Can't see crap in here.
It's not that those storms are strong, they're not, but the dust particles are so fine that they get into your spacesuit easily and scratch it from the inside.
Oh man, what? Matt Damon can do this, so can I. Come on!
These fine particles would clog your air filters and do all kinds of damage to your equipment, from cutting off your life support systems to knocking out your heat regulation.
Warning. 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 Oxygen system failure.
Well, that's Mars for you. I give it a 6 out of 10 just for the epicness of this whole death situation. Oh, and for giving you a chance to live here. Just maybe not for too long.
I'd give Mars a 0.
There's one more rocky planet lurking on the outskirts of the solar system. Oh, sorry, hold on. My editor is saying it's actually not a planet, it's a dwarf planet. Anyway, Pluto will be the last deadly place to visit on this list, right after the giants. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, and as a gas giant, it has a number of ways to kill you. Being twice as massive as all the other planets in the solar system combined, Jupiter has astronomical pressure. This planet is basically a gigantic ball of hydrogen and helium. It doesn't have a solid surface you could step on. You'd fall all the way through its atmosphere, although it wouldn't be that long of a fall for you.
Let me guess. Suffocating, extreme pressure. What else is new?
Lightning. Yeah, that's right. Jupiter is home to some of the most violent lightning storms around.
Okay, well that's great, but I don't see any here.
Well, of course not. In the upper atmosphere, the weather is not as dramatic. The atmospheric pressure here is only 1/10 of the pressure we feel on Earth.
Capsule systems are stable.
Some 50 kilometers below Jupiter's clouds, you'd feel serious turbulence. Wind here would be strong, reaching up to 360 kilometers per hour.
Static buildup detected in the atmosphere.
As these chaotic winds violently battered you through the storm clouds, the lightning bolts would strike too close for comfort. The atmosphere around you would be highly charged. And then one of these bolts would strike the capsule head on. This massive lightning would release enough energy to power a city or two. But for your capsule, it would be game over. The electrical systems would fail, the oxygen supply would fail, and the temperature inside the capsule would drop significantly. You'd now be trapped inside a powerless, leaking capsule surrounded by a deadly storm. I give Jupiter a 5 out of 10. Could recommend. This gas giant may not be as large as Jupiter, but it's definitely the most majestic. Saturn is the second largest planet in the solar system, and just like Jupiter, it's a gas giant made up of hydrogen and helium with no solid surface. Deep down in its clouds, the unimaginable pressure of this world turns hydrogen into liquid metal. And intense storms have winds raging at 1,800 kilometers per hour. It's windy, it's hot, it's dangerous. And you might die before you even enter Saturn's atmosphere. What makes Saturn the most marvelous planet in this planetary hood is also what makes it dangerous on approach. Saturn's rings.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I see them all right.
These rings are made up of billions of small chunks of ice and rock, ranging from grains of dust to icy chunks the size of a house. Saturn has had its rings for a few 100 million years, and it'll have them for the next few 100 million years until these icy rocks rain down on the gas giant. The thing is, these rings move extremely fast, like 70,000 kilometers per hour fast. If you're not careful, your ship might just crash into them. Saturn gets an 8 out of 10. Uranus is a beautiful, stormy, fart-smelling, deadly ice giant. It has the coldest atmosphere of all the planets in the solar system. And it can kill you in many ways. One way to go on Uranus would be to suffocate in its gases.
Oh, not the fart gases! Oh.
Close enough. 2% of the Uranian atmosphere is methane, a gas that's toxic to humans. Now, 2% might not sound like a whole lot, but it's concentrated enough to kill you within minutes. Maybe Uranian high-speed particles moving at 900 kilometers per hour eroded your suit. Or extreme temperatures of minus 224 degrees Celsius made it brittle and caused it to crack. Or hydrogen and methane had a chemical reaction with your suit materials, corroding them. On Uranus, anything could cause a breach, and even the smallest breach would lead to toxic methane exposure. But Uranus has other surprising ways to off you, like turning you into a human-sized diamond. You'd have to survive the trip deeper into Uranus to be turned into a diamond, all the way to some 10,000 kilometers below its cloud tops. That's where the pressure is so intense and the temperature is so high that carbon atoms crystallize into diamonds. About 18% of the human body is carbon, so you'd be about to undergo the most precious change of your lifetime. I'd give Uranus a 10 out of 10. Epic, sparkling, with a bit of fun. Great planet to perish on. Now, this is the last ice giant in the solar system and the most distant planet from the Sun, Neptune.
Huh. Neptune, it looks a lot like Uranus.
It's true. Neptune has a similar mass and size as Uranus, and it's even made up of some of the same materials like hydrogen, helium, iced ammonia, methane, and water. Only Neptune has one thing Uranus does not.
Extreme winds detected.
Neptune has the fastest winds in the entire solar system. These gusts reach speeds of 2,100 kilometers per hour. they're not just winds, they're supersonic winds.
Hey, nobody told me that we were filming a Top Gun sequel in here, okay?
It gets worse, too. Not only are these winds extremely fast, but they're also turbulent. They create swirling vortices that would throw your spaceship in different directions. Intense atmospheric pressure, winds, and methane ice would start ripping the ship apart. But that's not all. If you got caught in the Neptunian supersonic vortex, the winds would violently spin the ship, and this centrifugal force would exert some serious G-forces. As Neptune's winds accelerated your ship to about 10 Gs, everything inside your body would feel heavy. That would be your organs getting compressed inside your body. Your blood would pool around your legs and cause oxygen deprivation to your brain. You'd lose consciousness pretty quickly. It would only take about 5 minutes for the ship and your body to lose their structural integrity completely and disintegrate into the Neptunian atmosphere. Well, that was pretty violent. I give Neptune a 2 out of 10.
Well, I know you guys like Pluto, so since you asked so nicely, I thought I'd give you a little treat and show you what it's like here.
Pluto isn't exactly a planet. It's a dwarf planet on the outskirts of the solar system. It's smaller than Earth's moon, but even this tiny rock has ways to kill you.
It's a little cold in here. You feel that?
Temperature reading, minus 239 degrees Celsius.
Pluto is even further away from the sun than Neptune, so it barely gets any of the sun's energy. One small malfunction in your spacesuit insulation, and you'd freeze to death. You'd feel the frostbite setting in after just 30 seconds. Another 30 seconds later, your bodily fluids would start turning into icicles, and you'd get extreme hypothermia as an unpleasant bonus that you didn't ask for. After 2 minutes, your body temperature would drop below 30 degrees Celsius, which is the exact moment when you'd lose consciousness. After 3 minutes, your body would freeze and your organs would fail. You'd become one with Pluto's frozen landscape. Quick and almost painless. That's a 7 out of 10 for Pluto.
It did hurt.
This is Io, one of the 4 largest moons of Jupiter. A terrifying, inhospitable world. It's got huge lakes of molten lava, bigger than an average city. There are hundreds of volcanic eruptions that could dwarf a skyscraper. Oh, and its surface is constantly ripped apart by the gravitational force of Jupiter itself. Yeah, Io is an...
You're sending me there, aren't you?
Hey, I'm not done with the introduction. Can you wait a second?
Oh yeah, sure, go ahead.
So, yeah, not a place that's likely to get a 5-star review on TripAdvisor. I mean, could you even spend 5 seconds on Io?
Here it comes.
Well, luckily, you don't need to, because we're sending our team member Chase to explore this fiery hellscape.
Sounds great. Fiery hellscape, almost certain death. What's not to like?
Before you worry about what's waiting for you on Io's surface, first you'd need to figure out how to get there. Thanks to Jupiter's elliptical orbit, the distance between it and Earth is constantly changing. Even when it's closest to us, Jupiter is still 588 million kilometers away. It took NASA's New Horizons spacecraft 1 year, 1 month, and 9 days to get there. And that's the fastest anyone, or more like anything, has ever made the trip.
Only?
1 year is nothing for this trip. And New Horizons was an interplanetary space probe that didn't carry any humans on board. With all the extra stuff like life support systems and food supplies weighing the ship down, this trip would take a lot longer. You'd be looking at 2.5 years or so. Well, unless you're traveling at light speed, in which case it would take a speedy 33 minutes.
Oh, okay, great. This ship travels at light speed, right, Rico?
Assumption incorrect.
I don't understand. Does it go at light speed?
Negative.
I'm not following you.
This ship does not travel at light speed.
No way I'm dying on this moon. So what if it's hot and volcanic and can crush me at any second? This time, I'm coming prepared. I know a place where I can get exactly the gear I need. This place is so epic, so awesome, only a few people know of it. Now we're talking. I got this fire proximity suit over here to get close to the volcanoes. This bad boy's good for up to 1,000 degrees.
I strongly advise against it. According to my calculations, fire proximity...
Yeah. Nobody asked you, Rico. Just make yourself useful and, like, I don't know, set a course to Io or something. Did you know that Jupiter has anywhere between 80 and 95 moons? You'd think there'd be a specific number, but no. Scientists are still counting them. Seems like they have a lot of time on their hands. Just like me. I'm gonna guess that's Io. Finally.
Correct. We arrived into the orbit of Io.
Cool. Yo, everyone, finally made it to the orbit of Io. I am beyond stoked. What are we waiting for, Rico? Land this puppy.
Running pre-landing calculations.
Okay, well, neither of those look promising.
Landing on Io would be tough. I mean, even if you got down to the surface in one piece, it won't be a very smooth landing. You see, Jupiter's magnetic field is extremely powerful, much more powerful than Earth's magnetic field. And Io is only 422,000 kilometers away from Jupiter. That means Jupiter's enormous magnetosphere constantly rubs Io, and not in a gentle way.
What the hell is that?
That's Io. Well, parts of it anyway. Every second, Jupiter strips off literally a ton of material from Io. All that material then follows Io in its orbit around Jupiter. Here, the gas giant charges Io's stripped particles with radiation and transforms this particle cloud into plasma. Scientists call this a plasma torus, but what it really is a cloud of intense radiation in the shape of a donut.
Sounds like my kind of donut. Some people like an old-fashioned glaze. Some people like a classic chocolate with sprinkles. Me, I prefer an intense cloud of radiation. Plasma torus. Rico, by the way, this fire proximity suit is resistant to radiation, right?
Negative.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
I mean, no. fire proximity suit is not suitable for environment with high radiation. Your chances of survival are 0.02%.
Great, what does RICO even stand for? Really encouraging, caring, omnibot.
Encouraging starts with an E.
Shut up, starts with an S. Alright, RICO doesn't recommend me using this fire proximity suit like it's not good for radiation or something. But guess what? I only need to spend 5 seconds on Io to complete my mission. And this suit has gotten me killed. Like, too many times, okay? This time, I plan to survive.
Landing sequence initiated.
Well, good luck making it to that constantly changing surface. Io's orbit cuts right across Jupiter's magnetic lines of force, and that basically turns Io into one massive ball-shaped electric generator with a serious amount of lightning in its upper atmosphere.
RICO? This is crazy! I wish someone had shown me a simulation so I knew what to expect!
And so here you are, on the surface of Io, the most volcanically active world in our entire solar system. Yeah, you're gonna run into a lot of volcanoes, hundreds of them. And these volcanoes are extremely active. Many of them shoot fountains of lava, dozens of kilometers into the air.
This place sucks. Yikes, that was a rough landing. And what's up with all these volcanoes? I've never seen anything like it. Literally, I have never seen anything like this.
These are due to a constant gravitational pull. And it's not just because the biggest planet in the solar system happens to be right next door. Io's neighboring moons, Europa and Ganymede, are also pulling on it.
Guys, I landed on Io, but there was a problem. Not gonna lie, it wasn't a smooth landing, but like Io has all these volcanoes and like lava lakes everywhere. There's all these tidal forces pulling and pulling on this thing. The surface of the moon is constantly changing. So honestly, guys, get in the comments, but like don't be too harsh on RICO for his like awful calculations. Like seriously, the worst trash bag calculations I've ever seen. Oh, RICO, you were here the whole time? Anyways, gotta change into my fire something suit. Get out there, gotta go fast. The ship is sinking.
Warning. Temperature reading at 1,200 degrees Celsius.
Io is a cold moon with average surface temperatures of minus 130 degrees Celsius. But around its countless volcanoes, the temperature can get as high as 1,600 degrees Celsius. What you really need is a good space helmet, and make sure those air filtration systems are working. The atmosphere of Io is primarily made out of sulfur, which isn't great if you're a fan of breathing.
I do love breathing, but I also love this suit. It's so shiny. It's giving disco.
Feel like you could spend a lot more than 5 seconds here?
Yeah, looks like it.
What's this atmosphere made out of again?
Sulfur, the gas that is not recommended for breathing, and makes your voice deeper.
Yeah, the thing is, you can't survive more than a minute on this moon. Definitely not in that outfit. After just 30 seconds without proper protection from radiation and extreme temperatures, and without a good amount of oxygen to breathe, you'd lose consciousness. Your organs would shut down, one after another, and 1 or 2 minutes later, you'd be gone. Just like Chase over here.
What up, guys? You asked and I delivered. I'm here on Pluto, and I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why Pluto is a planet, baby. Why? Because someone's gotta stick up for this little guy. Look at him, he's so cute.
Analyzing conditions. Atmosphere, nitrogen, traces of methane, and carbon monoxide. Current temperature, minus 232 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. Oof, that's chilly. Well, that makes sense. Pluto is 6 billion kilometers away from the sun. So what makes a planet a planet? It's literally just 3 things. The first condition is that it has to orbit a star. Check please. The sun is barely visible from here, but it's there, and Pluto orbits it, so Pluto 1, haters 0.
Distance to the Sun, 5,867,639,023 kilometers.
Exactly. It's like 0.1% the brightness here that you've got over there on Earth. It's really dark, right? Hey, I think I see some mountains over there. Gotta check them out. Rico, remember that time we watched Mean Girls?
Negative.
You know, it got me thinking about, like, every time I've been bullied or rejected by all those alien hotties I ask out. I mean, that's not important. And no one has been more bullied than Pluto. For like 80 years, it was considered a planet. And then, like, out of nowhere, it becomes a dwarf planet? Like, what's up with that? Thanks, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Pluto was disqualified as a planet due to the discovery of large objects around its orbit.
Who didn't they punish back then? First Lindsay Lohan, then Britney Spears, then Pluto loses its status. Man, the 2000s were cruel. Yeah. This is definitely a mountain, and that's something a planet would have.
The presence of landscape elevation is not part of the planet definition specified by the International Astronomical Union.
But I mean, like, alright, but what if the mountains have water ice? I mean, look at this stuff! That is ice!
Many non-planetary bodies feature these landscape traits.
Right, yeah. I mean, I knew that from my various trips to moons and the suches. Alright, I tried to score some points for Pluto here, but Rico is being real annoying with his International Astronomical Union or whatever. But he's right. There are technically 3 criteria for a planet to be a planet. And number 2 is that it needs enough mass and gravity to form into a sphere. Some asteroids out there have wild shapes. None of them are flat though. Sorry, flat earthers. You guys are still wrong. There's a comet shaped like a bone and a cigar, and this one looks like a rubber ducky. That's a good one. So all of these wild shapes occur because they don't have enough gravity to turn into a sphere shape. But Pluto does. I mean, look at it. It's round. Pluto 2, haters 00. Speaking of haters, I read some of your comments the other day, and gotta say, some of you hurt my feelings. You think I'm AI? There's no artificial intelligence in this handsome space explorer. Everything you see is real. Go over to Patreon, see what I mean. Now, back to Pluto.
You are forgetting the 3rd criterion for planet qualification. A celestial body must have enough gravitational force to clear the area in its orbit. Pluto shares its orbit with small, icy bodies in the Kuiper Belt, so it cannot be classified as a planet.
Pluto's orbit crosses that of another planet. That's no kind of behavior for a planet. Pluto had it coming from the beginning. Just, get over it.
2 out of 3 ain't enough? Man, the Astronomical Union are such keeners. I mean, Pluto has enough mass and gravity to form it into a sphere, but not enough to impact the objects around it? Seems pretty arbitrary to me. So basically, it got kicked out of the Planetary Cool Kids Club for being too skinty? Ugh. Whoa! Rico, you're supposed to warn me about these kind of things. Bad things tend to happen to me.
Acknowledged. Danger. Crater detected in front of you.
Are you serious? Yeah, I see the crater, Rico. Thanks. Damn! Look at this thing, it's huge!
Craters on Pluto range up to 260 kilometers in diameter.
Whoa! Isn't that like half the size of this boulder?
Pluto is 2,376.6 kilometers wide. That's 2/3 the diameter of the moon.
What? 2,400 kilometers? I mean, like, I could walk that in 4 days.
Inaccurate.
I mean, okay, maybe not walk, but if I ran, I could for sure do that in 4 days.
The average maximum run speed of a humanoid is 8 kilometers per hour. You are well below average human.
Okay, Rico, alright, enough of that. It's still a very small planet, though.
Still not a planet, but yes.
Right, so Pluto's giving dwarf planet, so we just need to figure out a way to bulk it up. Give it a little ass steroids, you know? Make it a heavyweight champ. Oh, I've got it. Pluto lives in the Kuiper Belt, the region of space just beyond Neptune's orbit, and that place has a ton of icy objects and asteroids. Some of these guys are pretty big. I mean, not big enough to be called planets, but maybe if we put them all together, we could make the biggest planet of all time.
Calculating the likelihood of creating the biggest planet of all time. 0.0005%.
Rico, buzzkill, okay? I was being hyperbolic.
I cannot compute tone.
Okay, well, not the biggest planet of all time, but bigger than it is today. Let's see, if you... Okay, so you gotta take the mass of the... Okay, actually, I don't want to do this math. Rico, calculate Pluto's mass if it absorbed every object in the Kuiper Belt.
New mass would be 6 times 10 to the power of 23 kilograms. New diameter would be 8,500 kilometers.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's super clear, but maybe also just for the people in the audience who didn't get that, could you explain it better?
Pluto would have a greater mass than Mercury, and almost as great a mass as Mars. It would be wider than many planets, including Mercury and Mars.
Yes, let's freaking go, baby! That would definitely make this a planet classification. Rico, let's make this happen.
Assessing risk. Disastrous consequences foreseen.
Once again, Rico, you insist on being a buzzkill, okay? We're trying to make a planet here. Who knows? Maybe it could even be habitable.
Extremely unlikely. Slow rotation suggests no magnetosphere. Location far outside the habitable zone of the sun. No hard evidence of an existing ocean.
Okay, okay, I see your point on this one. The heck? What is this? Get it? Who? Okay, someone needs to fire this editor. But still, we could deliver Pluto justice. Bring it back to the mainstream. Everyone deserves a second chance. Like Lindsay Lohan with those Netflix movies. She's killing it. So it's clear that Pluto is currently not a real planet. It's a dwarf planet. Sorry, I know this must be disappointing. But not to worry, I have a plan to make Pluto a true planet.
Disastrous consequences foreseen.
Okay. Disastrous this, disastrous that. What is it that you are so concerned about, Rico?
Pluto and Neptune cross orbits at 2 points. Currently, they are in orbital resonance, which means their orbits are locked in a repeating pattern, preventing them from ever getting too close and colliding. If one gravitational force changes, the planets risk collision, and absolute destruction of the solar system may ensue.
Well, that doesn't sound good at all. You know, I really thought we could find a redemption arc for this little guy, you know? I thought he was big enough. I thought he could go the distance, but I guess not all fallen heroes are meant to be redeemed.
Hazard detected.
Did you know that Jupiter has 95 moons? And some of them are big, like planet-sized big. I'm gonna populate these big moons of Jupiter and see which one isn't gonna kill me. Alright, so I'm starting on Callisto. It's the furthest moon from Jupiter, which means it also has the worst view. Ugh. Oh, no, that's nothing.
Callisto orbit detected 1,883,000 kilometers from Jupiter.
Okay, so if you haven't heard about Callisto, here's some facts. 1, it's a moon. 2, it's pretty big. 3, it's only slightly smaller than Mercury, which is a full planet. So I call this rock almost planet-sized. Now walking on Callisto is fun because it's like walking on Earth's moon. The gravity here is so low, it's almost like I'm floating. All right, let's take a look around, I guess. Terrain looks real bumpy.
Billions of years of impact from asteroids and comets has made Callisto's surface the most heavily cratered in the solar system.
Oh, well look at this! A crater perfectly sized for a pool, and what's a home without a pool, right Rico?
The temperature on Callisto is minus 140 degrees Celsius. Water will freeze immediately.
Okay, an ice rink then. This one will be an ice rink. We'll heat this one to be a pool then. And, And this one will be an ice plunge. Very Scandinavian. I'm getting to work. Oh, welcome to the crib. I know that I said that this was gonna be the worst moon, but, it's actually looking pretty nice. You see these pools over here? The only reason they stay intact is because there's almost like no geological activity on Callisto. That's right, no volcanoes, no earthquakes. It's kind of perfect here. Nothing can kill me. Foreshadowing. Even though the view sucks, the distance from Jupiter means that there's way less radiation that'll impact my bath time.
Correct. Callisto is located mostly outside of Jupiter's intense radiation belts. That means that the radiation exposure is actually reduced.
Hear that? I don't have to worry about turning into some freakish ugly guy.
Correct. The mutation has already occurred.
Rico, what the hell?
What if Guy programmed me to say that?
Even when he's not in the video, Peter leaves a stink on everything. Alright, well, let me show you around. I just used this nice rock as the base and basically drilled out the insides, and then I took some rocks from over there and over there to finish it up. I'm hoping for a granite entryway, which is tough because I have no idea if granite exists on this planet. Whatever. Then I insulated it with some nice thick layers of polyurethane to keep it nice and toasty inside. Now I couldn't get the gas fireplace in, so we're gonna need a little bit more insulation because it's not gonna. Well, at least this gives me extra building material. Sometimes life gives you lemons, and other times life gives you asteroids. I would have preferred lemons, but you know what they say? Suck it, Chase, you don't get any lemonade. Fine.
Current location, Ganymede, the largest moon in the solar system.
Living on the biggest moon? Pretty cool. Very chic. But this looks bleak. AF. Rico, how well could Ganymede promote life? Whatever, you know? Do your robot thing, Rico.
Ganymede generates its own magnetic field, which protects the moon from cosmic radiation. This is a very positive indication for sustaining life.
Nice. No mutating for me here either.
You could not mutate into a worse-looking guy.
Dude, I'm gonna slap you, Rico.
Another pre-programmed response.
Yeah. Whatever, just keep talking about Ganymede.
Ganymede also contains an underground saltwater ocean, estimated to be 100 kilometers deep. That is 10 times the depth of the Earth's ocean.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is giving me some ideas. Yes, okay. I'll drill through Ganymede's 150 kilometer thick ice crust and tap that ocean water. I'll set up my own plumbing system. This is perfect. Oh yes. I'll build a shelter inside this crater. You know, that has a pretty nice hippie commune vibe. Right? And sure, it is minus 180 degrees Celsius, but I'm pretty sure once this place gets populated with all those alien hippies, we'll warm each other up just fine. Okay, well, I'm still drilling, but that's only because it's such a thick ice crust and deep. But, you know, I'm determined to have a toilet that can flush. All this manual labor. It's making it so steamy in my spacesuit.
Current temperature reading at minus 126.3
Rico,
degrees Celsius.
If I could just take off my helmet and get a little bit of this Ganymede ice on my forehead, that would cool me down so quick. What's the possibility of that?
While Ganymede's icy surface does generate a thin atmosphere of nitrogen and oxygen,
Oxygen in the atmosphere? Nice.
not enough to sustain your air supply.
What? You should have said that way faster. Where did I put my helmet? Okay, I admit that one was my fault. Mostly Rico's, but some blame goes to me. Alright, what is this, Europa? I thought Italy was supposed to have a lot more pizza and people.
Europa is the fourth largest of Jupiter's 95 moons.
Right. The moon thing, we're still doing that. Europa, whatever. You know, I'm actually feeling pretty good about this one.
Your intuition is correct. Europa has the highest chance of fostering life.
But it's all ice. I mean, last I checked, life was a little bit happier in nicer, warmer climates. You know, somewhere with like a beach and like a 24/7 pina colada service.
Negative. Europa has signs of water. Scientists discovered that this moon disrupts Jupiter's magnetosphere due to the presence of an electrically conductive fluid, most likely a large ocean of salt water.
Oh, okay, nice. Well, but this time I am not drilling down for plumbing. I'd rather live in filth.
Europa's surface is blasted with radiation. Enough time in here would mutate
You into a worse looking guy. Yeah, I got it, Rico. Thank you very much. God, I really gotta put a password on your code base. Alright, well, I guess I'll drill if I have to. Okay, you guys, this might be the sickest habitat yet! Look at this. So I drilled through the ice shell, which was like 22 kilometers thick, which sounds like a lot, but it really wasn't compared to last time. We got some reinforced glass to sustain all the pressure from that water. Oh, and get this, Europa has this crazy elliptical orbit, which causes all these tidal forces, which could lead to volcanic activity on the seafloor. I know what you're thinking. Chase, volcanic activity right under your house? Won't your house explode? What about the property value? For one, the ocean is like 150 kilometers deep. We're fine. Chill out. Second, that hydrothermal activity could supply nutrients to the ocean floor, which could allow us to watch alien evolution right from my bachelor pad. And thirdly, I made this glass super reinforced. I watched a YouTube tutorial, so it's gonna probably withstand basically anything. So we are going to be utterly and totally fine. Rico, take me somewhere safe!
Locating a geologically stable zone.
It's just.
Io is the most volcanically active body in the solar system.
Oh, really? You don't say! Thank you, Rico!
Some eruptions are hundreds of kilometers high.
Yeah, thanks! Tell me something I don't know!
Okay, Taylor Swift's Eras Tour had a total of 149 shows.
No, about Io, you idiot! Wait, were any of them on Io? I still wanted to get tickets. I love that song where she goes something about her boyfriend, or whatever.
Io is forced into an elliptical orbit by the gravitational pulls of Jupiter, Europa, and Ganymede. Its proximity to Jupiter and this irregularity cause extremely unstable geological activity.
Ah, dang. Okay, well, sounds like it's gonna be pretty difficult to, live here, but Chase finds a way. Chase always finds a way. Ah! Whew, okay, that was stressful. Let's try and stay away from the volcanoes, okay, Rico?
New volcanoes erupt around Io due to the constant heating of the moon's interior. Volcanic activity could begin at any moment.
Okay, well, great. I guess we'll just have to gamble. Oh, man, I just escaped like 100 spewing volcanoes. Why is it so cold here all of a sudden?
Io's atmosphere is too thin to trap any heat, so geologically stable zones of the moon reach temperatures as low as minus 130 degrees Celsius.
Well, that's about 150 degrees colder than what I would prefer. Oh, I know. We'll use the heat from this lava lake to heat up the exterior of my habitat. Oh, and I'll have a big underground bunker to shield me from any of the explosions. Okay, this is gonna be good. I'll see you in 1 week. Hey guys, so I just started tunneling down to get my bunker. It's tough going, but it's gonna be worth it. Rico, what's going on?
Geological activity.
Okay. It doesn't sound super.
635 light years away from Earth, there's a world covered in liquid ocean. A world where you wouldn't die a horrible death. Probably. Welcome to Kepler 22b.
Hey y'all, I've got an exciting mission to land on and explore a planet that could be Earth 2.0. What if guy got tired of sending me to die in the solar system, so this time I'm traveling to an exoplanet where I might actually have a chance to survive. Exoplanets are like planets in our solar system, except they orbit different stars. They're cool, but there's just one problem. Exoplanets are really far away. So your solar system is this tiny little neighborhood with planets and moons orbiting around a sun in its center. And potentially, light years away, there are billions of other tiny little neighborhoods left to be explored. Now, you might have heard of the exoplanet that I'm going to. It's called Kepler 22b. It's not that far. Okay, only 635 light years. I'll be there in no time.
Even with advanced propulsion technology, a spacecraft traveling at 20% of the speed of light would require 3,175 Earth years to reach Kepler 22b.
Buzzkill. Well, luckily, I'm at a spaceport, and they have this, warp drive technology. So I'll be there in a jiff.
The warp drive technology allows a spaceship to travel faster than light by bending space-time. The warp drive creates a bubble around the ship, moving it through space safely, 99.7% of the time.
Yeah, Rico, technobabble, blah, blah, blah. Never tell me the odds, kid. Let's do this. Well, hello, Kepler.
The Kepler 22 star system is a lot simpler than our solar system. It's only got one exoplanet in it. But this exoplanet, named Kepler 22b, is intriguing. It orbits within the star's habitable zone. And that means one important thing.
Alien civilization.
Water. It means water.
Oh.
Whenever a planet is in the habitable zone of its star, it means that the temperature is warm enough for water to remain in a liquid state, instead of evaporating, like it would, say, on Venus, or freezing like it would on Mars. And the Kepler 22 star is almost exactly like our Sun. It's a slightly smaller G-type star, which means it has a surface temperature of around 5,500 Kelvin. That's 5,200 degrees Celsius. Not too bad for a distant star system, except one thing. This exoplanet, Kepler 22b, is a lot bigger than Earth.
I don't see how that's a problem. It's just more surface to love. I mean, sure, it might have stronger gravity or, like, earthquakes. Kepler quakes? But, like, Earth has earthquakes too, and it's doing just fine.
The larger size of the exoplanet might indicate the presence of a thick atmosphere, leading to high surface pressure. This could result in water existing in a supercritical state, neither a true liquid nor gas, making it less suitable for life as we know it.
It's true, scientists think Kepler 22b might be covered with a liquid ocean, but they can't be sure what that ocean is like. Your mission is to land down there and test the water and the atmosphere.
Yeah, I was just gonna, land. So, here goes the landing sequence. Whew. It's been almost an hour, and all I see is water. Water! Everywhere water! I think I can land here. Seriously, Kepler, you are one disappointing exoplanet. Rico. Wake me up if you see any land.
My sensors read land right below us. You are cleared for landing.
Seriously? I can't even take a nap. Ugh. Okay, let's land. Whoa, this atmosphere is thick! Rico, give me some stats on this planet.
Kepler 22b is a super-Earth, 2.1 times larger and 9.1 times more massive than Earth. It has an orbital period of 289.9 Earth days. It also has water.
Oh, does it? Does it have water? Oh God, thank you so much, Rico. You know, the atmosphere actually kind of looks breathable too. You know, this started out super annoying, but this is actually kind of cool.
Analyzing Kepler 22b atmosphere.
You do that. I'm gonna go see what's out there. Interesting. Oh. That feels nice. I can go skinny dipping in here.
That would violate YouTube's terms of service.
Not if it's a music video, technically. Ooh, Rico, what's the temperature out here? I'm starting to feel like some warm bread in a toaster. Toasty.
The equilibrium temperature on Kepler 22b is estimated to be 22 degrees Celsius. However, my sensors pick up a much higher surface temperature.
If Kepler 22b has a thick atmosphere, it would cover the planet like a blanket, heating it up and turning it into an exoplanetary Venus. If the temperature becomes too high, all the water will turn into vapor and Kepler 22b will stop being a habitable world. On the other hand, if Kepler has no atmosphere, well, it might become a frozen world. It would be incredibly cold at night because with no atmosphere, there would be nothing to retain the heat from the day.
That sounds just like Mercury. Not my favorite planet. My favorite planet is Uranus. Kepler 22b, it seems okay. It's a little tough to walk here.
The surface gravity on Kepler 22b is approximately 2.07 times the gravity of Earth.
Yeah, thanks. I noticed that one, Rico. Hey, have you analyzed the atmosphere yet?
Analysis in process.
Oh, so the answer was no. You're still okay.
The thick atmosphere of Kepler 22b likely contains high levels of hydrogen and helium. Those are two gases that are common on larger planets. But if there isn't any oxygen in the atmosphere, you wouldn't be able to breathe. What you should also worry about is the water. It could be acidic or contaminated with toxic elements like heavy metals. Exposure to the body could prove fatal.
Great. So, there's water on Kepler 22b, not that I can drink it, and the atmosphere's in place, and the temperature's all right. What am I missing? Where's all the life?
If life exists on Kepler, it might be microbial. You wouldn't be able to see it without special equipment.
Did you hear that?
My scans are not picking up any life forms.
I gotta check this out. I just need a break first. All this walking around makes me sore. I gotta sit down for a second. I just need to catch my breath.
The atmosphere analysis is not complete.
It's okay. 1 second's not gonna kill me.
Analysis complete.
Oh, something's wrong.
The atmosphere caused your lungs to collapse as a result of barotrauma.
Okay. Thank you. Do you see that? Well, obviously not, you're looking at me. But that's Jupiter. And guess what? Nobody knows exactly what it's made of. But today, we're gonna fix that, because I'm jumping straight in.
Would you like me to pull the information I have on Jupiter's composition?
No, not now, Rico. Okay, so there are some things we do know about Jupiter. For example, the fact that it has 5 layers. Rico seems to think I won't make it past the 3rd one, but I'm gonna prove that silly robot wrong. I mean, I have to, because once I get to that last layer, it's gonna make me rich, baby. Space rich. And all the while, I'll be filming some epic, never before seen footage for you guys. Nothing can go wrong. Ow. Okay, we're heading off to Jupiter in a bit. I just have to refuel first. Rico, was there no other moon to make a pit stop? Ganymede is like so freezing out here. It's like a minus 130 degrees.
Despite its sub-zero temperatures, Ganymede is an optimal landing choice, as it is the only moon in the solar system with its own magnetic field.
Fine, well, Jupiter has the answer to my refueling problems forever, so long as I get to its mystery core.
It's true that we don't know for sure what Jupiter's core is made of, but we do know that Jupiter is the largest and oldest planet in our solar system. It has more than twice the mass of all the other planets combined. And with a radius of 70,000 kilometers, it's 11 times wider than Earth. This planet is also a gas giant made up of the leftovers from the formation of the Sun 4.5 billion years ago.
Oh, damn! Rico, Jupiter has a massive freaking pimple! Let's land there.
Warning, the Great Red Spot is a high-pressure anticyclone in Jupiter's atmosphere. Winds there reach speeds of 680 kilometers per hour.
Of all the places on Jupiter, the Great Red Spot is the last place you want to fly into. It's a storm that's been raging for at least 300 years. It's a lot bigger and a lot scarier than anything you've ever experienced on Earth.
I'll just approach it hurricane style and fly right down the center. It'll be fine. This is it. First person to ever fly into Jupiter's big red hole or whatever. Here we go!
Warning, temperature rising rapidly. Atmospheric temperature over 1,300 degrees Celsius.
Rico, what's going on?
System overheating. Cooling system.
Rico? Rico, you know I don't like pranks. Stop messing around with me, man.
This raging storm is so powerful, it creates sound waves that heat particles in the atmosphere and make this area 1,000 degrees hotter than the surrounding atmosphere. So, if you land here, you can count on, well, some discomfort.
Okay, I can fix this. Oh, no. Oh, gosh, okay. These winds are way too strong. You know, if I close my eyes, it kind of feels like a roller coaster. I'm having fun. This is fun for me.
Jupiter's clouds are mostly ammonia and water. Because the winds on Jupiter are so violent and flow in opposite directions, they shape the clouds into conveyor belts around the gas giant. Some of the clouds reach speeds of up to 500 kilometers per hour. Not that you can avoid them now, as you've already plummeted into the raging planet.
Okay, wow, it's so cold that the ammonia is freezing into ice and hitting me in the face. Cool. Ouch. Rico, please come back. If you come back, I promise I'll never be mean to you again. Huh? Oh, finally! Rico, you can't just take a siesta in the middle of the day, okay? We're not in Spain. We're in space. Now propel me to the second layer of the atmosphere. Idiot.
Propulsion commenced.
Oh, what is that smell? Rico, did you fart?
Negative.
Did I fart?
No one passed gas. At hotter temperatures, the ammonia in the clouds combines with the sulfide compounds to create ammonia hydrosulfide, which smells a lot like rotten eggs.
Oh, God, it smells really bad in here, Rico. Maybe alien life does exist on Jupiter, except they all died a long time ago. Or maybe somebody hotboxed Jupiter with a bunch of burning trash. Ugh.
No, it's just the ammonia hydrosulfide.
Oh, God, this sucks, Rico. Let's go to the next layer, quickly.
Depth reading. 200 kilometers below Jupiter's clouds. You are now in the outer interior. Atmospheric contents include hydrogen and helium.
Oh, chilling with some pretty standard stuff then. Hydrogen, helium, one cool as hell guy. It's just getting a little, hot.
Pressure reading. 3,039.75 bars. Temperature reading. 1,890 degrees Celsius.
It's so hot in here. I take the suit off, but then I die, so no thanks. Not dying like that again. I don't know how much pressure my camera can take because it's like the air, it's getting all weird and liquidy. This feels very tight in here.
Imagine 100,000 cars stacked on top of you from every direction. That's what it feels like as you approach Jupiter's interior. The pressure is so intense that even hydrogen atoms can't withstand it. Under that immense pressure, hydrogen atoms shed their electrons and form a charged, electrically conductive liquid. Think about what that can do to the atoms in a human body.
Think about it! Think about it! I'm living it, baby! And it hurts! Ow! Rico, quick! Bing! Cures for lungs being crushed by unreasonable amounts of pressure on WebMD.
No cure available.
Okay, search the Facebook comments.
Negative. If left untreated, you will experience inevitable death via liquidation.
Oh, God! Oh, I'm gonna be sick. Rico, open the space sick valve.
There is no spacesuit sick valve in this model.
What? What kind of crappy suit doesn't have a space sick valve? Ah! Oh, man. I feel really sick to my stomach.
Nausea is not a symptom of high pressure.
What?
Yeah, maybe I should have mentioned earlier that the charged liquid hydrogen paired with Jupiter's rapid rotation creates one heck of a magnetic field. It accelerates charged particles to such high energies that anyone who enters Jupiter's magnetosphere is exposed to toxic radiation immediately. Luckily, Chase's spacesuit is strong enough to delay the effects for a little while.
Great. So it's a race to what'll kill me first? The pressure, the radiation, or those droning voiceovers? Luckily, I've managed to make a few upgrades to my suit along the way, so I should be able to last about another 15 more hours. Rico, let's get going. What if guy, feel free to stay behind.
Warning, you are entering uncharted territory.
Wow, don't be mad, Rico, just because you thought I'd be dead at this point. I can't see anything. Rico, activate the augmented sensory system.
Activating stage 1 of ASS.
And this is why I decided to come here. This is metallic hydrogen. If I collect enough of this stuff, I'll be richer than Jeff Bezos.
You can collect enough metallic hydrogen to power your spaceship for 2 billion light years and repay all your burger debt. Leaving now would provide just enough suit resources to make it out alive. This could be your first successful mission.
Yeah, I mean, we could leave, but we're so close to the core. I'd be the first YouTuber ever. Let's just pop in for a quick check.
Unintelligent idea detected.
Rico, I'm so bored. Are we there yet?
You've been sinking for 4 hours. You have 8 more to go.
God, I'm so bad with time management.
Also, you have less than 9 hours of suit protection left.
Well, I guess this is a good time to tell you guys to go like and subscribe. I'm trying to become the first YouTuber to explore all of space, so, help your boy out. If you like and subscribe, we can go do more of these cool videos.
Approaching the planet's core. 5 minutes of suit protection remaining.
Okay, gotta move fast. What do we got down here? Some sort of crazy alien life or super weapon, maybe like a Stargazer or some crazy super material.
Detecting ice, rock, and metal.
Okay, that sounds like stuff you could find on Earth. Maybe I need a second opinion.
Jupiter's core was made over 4.5 billion years ago during the creation of our solar system. Due to the extreme pressure and temperature, the core is not a kind of hard surface you might walk on. It's pretty liquid-like.
30 seconds of suit protection remaining.
You know what? I don't want to hear any of this negativity, Rico. Just get me out of here, okay? Activate the specialized upflow cyclone kit.
Suck not available. Suit protection failing.
The suck sucks. And why is it so hard to breathe and so hot all of a sudden?
Your suit protection is now depleted. You are now experiencing a pressure of 43,090,032 bars and a temperature of 29,095 degrees Celsius. The intense conditions are quickly crushing your lungs.
You get crushed along with me, Rico. Come on. Help!
Welcome to Saturn, the most beautiful and violent planet in our entire solar system. Saturn is famous for its magnificent rings.
Saturn is the it girl of the solar system. What is the point of an accessory if it's not visible?
Ugh, thank you, Chase.
No problem. Thank you.
He does have a point. Scientists know a lot about what happens on Saturn, but they're pretty unclear on why. For one, Saturn radiates twice as much energy into space than it receives from the sun. That means it must have an internal heat source. Do we know what that is? Absolutely not.
Oh, I bet it has something to do with the composition of the core.
Well, Chase, we're sending you to find out. Yeah, that's right. Today, Chase is falling straight into the middle of Saturn.
Oh, see that cloud pattern on Saturn's North Pole? It's like a massive swirling hurricane, like the ones you have on Earth. But this one is shaped like a hexagon.
Hexagons, rings, Saturn has every shape.
What about triangles?
Not triangles.
Rectangles?
No more talking for you.
Circles?
Saturn's cloud hexagon is huge. It's 14,500 kilometers long and 29,000 kilometers wide. That's over 6 times the width of mainland USA. That should give you a sense of just how big this entire planet is. It's the second largest in the solar system and 10 times as wide as Earth. Oops, almost forgot.
Unmute me right now. Thank you. I did not appreciate that, and you almost forgot the coolest part. A few years ago, that windstorm changed color from blue to golden. Scientists aren't really sure why, but I know why. Remember that hit internet sensation about the black and blue dress?
You mean the white and gold dress?
Literally nobody sees white and gold. Anyways, that meme got to Saturn, and Saturn's PR people wanted in.
Ugh, I shouldn't have unmuted you for that, but yeah, Saturn's northern winds are subject to pretty wild weather phenomena. Another big one, a violent storm that covers the entire planet. That's right, every 30 years, Saturn is taken over by the Great White Spot. The last one happened in 2010, so Chase should be safe to fly into Saturn. He'll have to come back in 2040 to see the Great White Spot.
Rico, mark that in my calendar, please.
Now, Saturn's most distinct feature is its huge rings. They're over 280,000 kilometers across, but only 1 kilometer thick. To the naked eye, they're practically two-dimensional.
And I'm gonna fly right through them. Of course, I could fly around them, but come on, that's like going to Paris and not seeing the pyramids. You gotta do the touristy stuff.
These rings are made up of millions of particles of ice, debris, even the remnants of dead planets. Pretty tough to navigate.
You always doubt me, Peter.
Well, in my defense, you do die pretty often. These rings are named in order of discovery, which makes the order pretty confusing. Chase will fly through E ring and then G, F, A, B, C, D. E ring is the furthest from Saturn, and its material is almost entirely provided by ice and water from Enceladus, a moon of this gas giant. Enceladus has a hidden ocean beneath its icy surface, and it's known for its geysers that shoot ice particles into space. These particles often get caught in Saturn's rings, making E-ring appear brighter and bigger.
And this moon is tiny. We're talking 7 times smaller than Earth's moon. But even small moons can have an enormous effect. See, Tiffany? Size doesn't matter! That is beautiful.
It's true. Saturn's F-ring is particularly stunning. It's thin and narrow, but it's also wild and unpredictable. It doesn't look as smooth as the other rings of Saturn. That's because it's mostly made of icy particles, and these particles are being pulled by Saturn's 2 moons, Prometheus and Pandora. These moons keep the ring together, but they also mess with it, creating twists, clumps, and even braids in the ring.
That was my favorite ring so far. All right, next up, A.
The A and B rings are the 2 brightest rings. They're separated by the Cassini division, which is the largest gap between any of Saturn's rings. The Cassini division is over 4,800 kilometers wide, and it's likely caused by Mimas, Saturn's smallest and closest moon. Mimas has a modest radius of 200 kilometers, and it doesn't even have a fully round shape.
Some distinguished scholars say that it was the inspiration for the Death Star.
No, you are saying that. Mimas was not the inspiration for the Death Star, as the first Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, it came out 3 years before the Voyager spacecraft captured detailed images of Mimas. But even this little moon is enough to disturb the particles in Saturn's A-ring and nudge them out of their orbit with its gravitational pull, creating something as vast as the Cassini division. But enjoy this gap while you can. Mimas has begun to drift away from Saturn, and without it affecting Saturn's rings, in some 40 million years, the Cassini division will close.
You know, it's awesome that the balance of orbits and moons and gravitational pulls produces something as beautiful as Saturn's rings. It really makes me think about the way that we're all a web of interconnectivity, how even small things can have an unexpectedly huge impact in people's lives.
Wow, Chase, that's really profound.
It's like that time that Rico forgot to warn me about a crater on Pluto and I fell and broke my neck. One little f***ing robot, so much trouble. Anyways, I'm about to fly through C-Ring, and I gotta be mega careful because Titan, Saturn's biggest moon, creates these gravitational tsunamis.
It's true. Titan's gravity creates a 2-kilometer wall of ice particles that orbits around the ring. Scientists call them tsunamis, but they move pretty slow, so Chase will be fine.
All right, made it through C. Just one more ring to go, and then I'll begin my descent into the atmosphere. Check it out. I got this sick space balloon that'll help me descend into the atmosphere. Caught it for half off from the returns bin. Pretty sick.
Now, the last time a spacecraft approached Saturn, well, it didn't end well for it. The Cassini spacecraft orbited this giant for over a decade. And finally, in 2017, scientists intentionally crashed it into the planet so that it wouldn't contaminate any potential habitable moons. They literally vaporized the entire ship. The debris might even be part of these rings now.
Wow, that's really poetic, like bodies returning to the soil. Of course, none of that's gonna happen with me. Me and my clearance balloon plan on surviving this one. I peg our chances at around 80%. Oh, is that a rip? Duct tape fixes that.
Saturn is mostly hydrogen and helium, which makes Saturn the only planet less dense than water. Yeah, if you threw it into a giant lake, it would float.
Rico, read the atmospheric composition.
Calculating. 75% hydrogen and 25% helium with traces of methane and water ice.
You needed a calculation for that? What are you doing with your free time?
To get all the way to the center of Saturn, you'd have to first go through the thick gaseous atmosphere, and then through a layer of liquid hydrogen, then through metallic hydrogen, and finally reach the incredibly rocky core. Now, you'd be passing through Saturn's troposphere, and it's freezing. The temperature here is about minus 175 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, I'm feeling the chills. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, you entered the atmosphere right around Saturn's equator, which is where the winds are the fastest. Not the best move. The gas planet rotates on its axis once every 10 hours and 33 minutes, which is incredibly fast for such a large planet. This speed means that Saturn actually bulges a little around its equator, like me, and concentrates jet streams in that area. Add so much heat rising from Saturn's interior, and you get high energy winds that reach up to 1,800 kilometers per hour. That's 4 times as fast as the fastest hurricane winds on Earth. You do not want to get caught in anything like that.
Rico, slow me down!
Calculating.
Calculating? What are you calculating?
Slow down initiated.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick. Oh God. Rico, next time we're about to enter a tormenting wind place, just slow us down to begin with.
Manual override needed to activate wind countering.
Ugh, you're about as helpful as usual. Oh God, what is that smell?
You're currently in Saturn's top cloud layer, 100 kilometers below the top of Saturn's troposphere. The clouds here are almost entirely ammonia and ammonia ice, which have a notoriously bad, pungent smell. And the temperature here is about minus 250 degrees Celsius. All this ammonia in Saturn's cloud tops is what gives Saturn its yellow hue.
You know, other than the horrible smell, the freezing temperature, and Rico's inability to use a calculator, this place isn't that bad. We moved away from the equator, so the wind's a little slower. The pressure is, Rico, give me a pressure reading.
400 millibars.
That's like 40% of Earth's pressure. Honestly, I'm chilling.
After the stinky ammonia clouds comes the second cloud deck, made of ammonium hydrosulfide clouds.
Rico, another pressure read.
1.7 bars.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad. That's like just a little bit more than Earth. All right, let's keep going down.
170 kilometers below the troposphere. Temperature reading, minus 70 degrees Celsius.
Oh God, it smells even worse here. Oh God. What is going on?
Ammonia hydrosulfide detected.
Oh, great. My 2 favorite scent combos, together at last. Urine and fart. Chef's kiss.
At this depth, the pressure is about 5 bars. That's like scuba diving in a depth of about 35 meters. Not pleasant, but it's not unimaginably painful either.
Oh, my sinuses are starting to burn. If I just don't use my nose, I can get through this.
As the pressure and temperature steadily increase deeper into Saturn's atmosphere, more complex compounds form. The upper layers of Saturn only have ammonia ice, but as you go deeper, you'd be surrounded by ammonium hydrosulfide. Sadly for Chase, complex compounds don't always mean better smelling ones.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Chanel number 5 to make a planet, but it's getting a little warmer in here, so soon it'll feel like a tropical vacation.
You are 220 kilometers below the troposphere. Temperature reading, 0 degrees Celsius. Pressure reading, 10 bars.
This is Saturn's thickest cloud layer. It spans 10 kilometers and is mostly made of water ice and some ammonium droplets.
What's happening?
High pressures causing balloon deflation.
Oh, okay. So I guess when I came up with this balloon idea, I was thinking about descending into the planet. And I forgot to think about ascending on the way back out. Yikes.
The cloud layers and outer atmosphere are just 17% of Saturn. The other 83% is almost entirely made up of liquid hydrogen, with a relatively small rocky core at the very center. This deep into Saturn's atmosphere, the pressure is extremely high, and it's constantly increasing. All this incredible pressure does one interesting thing. It turns hydrogen gas into a liquid. So just 500 kilometers below the troposphere, the pressure is 1,000 times higher than it is on Earth.
It's really unpleasant. It's hot and it hurts. It's hot, it's so hot, and it's a liquid, not a gas. It's hot and it's counterintuitive too.
That's just the power of 1,000 bars of pressure.
Rico, what is it, temperature? Rico, calculate temperature, please.
Calculating. 730 degrees Celsius.
Okay, and how's my balloon doing?
Heat and pressure accelerating balloon deflation.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's not good for Chase, boy. Oh, no.
17% inflation.
Oh, man, if only real inflation rates would come down this quick, I could buy eggs again.
13% inflation.
Okay. You can stop now. Seriously, next time I'm installing a reinflate feature, or a go up feature, or a grappling hook. Something!
0% inflation.
Huh? Ah!
Well, Chase is currently falling through 60,000 kilometers of liquid hydrogen. As he goes deeper into Saturn, the pressure will become even more unbearable. Soon, it'll get as high as 2 megabars. That's 2 million times the pressure you experience on Earth. At this point, atoms are under so much pressure that they can't maintain their shape. The pressure literally squeezes the atoms so much that their electrons create an electrically conductive layer in the planet, metallic hydrogen. This layer is 30,000 kilometers thick and surrounds Saturn's rocky core. But let's see if Chase makes it that far.
Temperature reading, 5,700 degrees Celsius.
Oh, Rico, do not malfunction. If anything in this suit zaps, I'm gonna get fried. Oh, Rico, we found it. Oh, man. Okay, let's just read the composition and then get out of here, okay? The first people to see Saturn's core. This is awesome. Oh, Rico, come on, help! Rico, just get the retract. Oh, that wasn't so bad. That was just.
Scientists might have discovered life outside the solar system. Welcome to planet K218b. This exoplanet is 124 light years away from us, and it has the most promising evidence for life we've ever found.
Hey, Chaseheads, it's your boy Chase here on a mission to find the most precious thing in the universe. Aliens. Finally, I'll have someone to talk to around here other than Rico.
Correction. You have not initiated a meaningful conversation in 172 days, 3 hours, and 9 minutes. Statistical degradation of your social skills is within the expected parameters.
Okay. Ow. Rude.
K2-18b is 2.5 times bigger and 8.5 times more massive than Earth. And it orbits an M-type dwarf star, which is cooler and redder than our Sun. Scientists don't know for sure whether this world is a super Earth or a mini Neptune, so we're sending our brave team member Chase to find out. It's possible this exoplanet has internal heat under all that dense atmosphere, which could mean that it's packed with volcanoes. It could even be covered with a massive ocean. 124 light years is pretty far, and of course we don't have the technology to get there yet, but we do know something intriguing about this big alien rock. Scientists have found that K2-18b has dimethyl sulfide and dimethyl disulfide in its atmosphere, and that means it could be teeming with life. And if we can find life here, that would mean that alien life could exist on other planets too.
Yeah, but humans would likely never find any of it. I mean, exoplanets are like super far away. You'd die of old age long before you ever saw anything cool in space.
He's not wrong. The fastest human-made spacecraft we've ever created is the Parker Solar Probe. This little craft was designed to fly close to the sun, and when it did, it reached a speed of 692,000 kilometers per hour. If you could travel that fast, it would still take you 193,399 years to reach this alien destination. Give or take a month, and depending on traffic.
So the science is pretty clear that K2-18b is gonna be pretty amazing. Volcanoes, alien life, beaches, it's gonna be pretty cool.
The science is getting clearer, but we're still just making intelligent guesses of what K2-18b could be like.
Guessing, amazing.
To explore these planets from such a long distance, we use devices like the James Webb Space Telescope. Space telescopes are a lot more accurate since they don't have to look through the smudged lens of Earth's atmosphere. The James Webb Space Telescope sits about 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, and from there, it has a clear view out into the universe.
Hey, I'm right here, and the view is pretty clear, baby.
Yeah, sure. Okay, even though these alien worlds we keep discovering are far away, we still have a way of learning a little bit about them. Like, how do we know there's dimethyl sulfide in K2-18b's atmosphere? 2 words: transmission spectroscopy. Here's how it works. When a planet like K2-18b passes between Earth and its own star, it blocks some of its star's light. Then, astronomers use powerful telescopes like James Webb to observe the starlight that has passed through the thin layer around the edge of the planet. It helps that different gases in the atmosphere absorb specific wavelengths of light, because scientists can measure exactly which colors get absorbed, and from there, they can identify which gases are present in a planet's atmosphere, even though it's incredibly far away. We can even tell how much of a particular gas there is, the atmospheric density, and the temperature of the atmosphere.
Guys, I'm here about to dive into this beautiful planet, K2080 whatever, and be the first astronaut ever to encounter real alien life. I'm also planning a vacation because, firstly, I deserve it, and B, treat yourself, and 4, this planet is the perfect spot, and I mean perfect, because it's like Hawaii, but with aliens. Stay tuned for more. Okay, so how do I dress for this planet? I am hoping for cargo shorts weather.
Well, you're in luck, because as far as astronomers can tell, K2-18b is pretty balmy. Its surface temperature is close to Earth's average temperature. It's warmer in some areas and cooler in others. This might just be the perfect destination that we've been searching for.
Okay, I'm signing up for warmer areas, and I'm gonna go with pants. Now, what kind of pants does somebody wear to meet aliens for the first time? something formal. Yeah, cargo pants.
Unable to locate cargo pants.
Well, pants or not, this is gonna be sick. Aliens, finally something exciting. Oh man, I see the planet, I land on the planet. Rico, do the thing. Initiate landing sequence.
I wouldn't recommend that. You see, K2-18b isn't the only planet in the neighborhood. It shares its red M-type star with a much bigger sister planet, K2-18c. That's the one you're looking at right now. K2-18c is 7.5 times the size of Earth, but bigger doesn't always mean better. At that size, it's closer to Neptune with one of those unwelcoming hydrogen and helium atmospheres. K2-18c is unlikely to host any known life forms.
Initiate those stabilizers! It'll... Yeah, I died on Neptune pretty grossly, so yeah, it's gonna be a hard pass for me on the C planet. Today, I'm taking a me day on K2280... whatever. The B planet! Okay, so little update here. Turns out I was at the wrong planet. Whoopsies. Almost landed on a mini Neptune, and I don't want to go to Neptune anymore. Yuck. So yeah, that was a close one. Luckily, I realized that in time, and now I'm on my way to this beautiful, correct planet.
K2-18b is 2.5 times the size of Earth, which makes it a super-Earth. Super-Earths are planets at least 1.5 times larger than our blue rock. Some of these lower-density super-Earths could have atmospheres made up largely of hydrogen and helium. You might sound funny on them, but they're not good for life. But super-Earths with a higher density, exactly like K2-18b over here, could be rocky worlds with shallow oceans.
Just the paradise this guy needs. Rico, initiate landing sequence, preferably someplace poolside.
I have identified a series of volcanic islands.
Yeah, I see them, genius. Alright, finally some R&R and a suntan.
Danger. Unstable ground. Landing not recommended.
No. I did not just almost land on the wrong planet to turn back now, Rico. Initiate landing sequence!
Initiating landing sequence.
Rico, we have an autopilot for a reason. Next time, just use that. Oh my god, that was the worst landing. And I've piloted this thing before. Rico, give me a temperature reading. It feels nice.
Temperature reading 16.15 degrees Celsius.
Okay, now do a better job analyzing the atmosphere than you did landing. Okay, Rico?
Analyzing. Detecting nitrogen, methane, carbon dioxide, with traces of dimethyl sulfide.
And oxygen?
No oxygen detected. Keep the spacesuit on.
Wow, it's gonna be real hard getting a suntan with a spacesuit on, but whatever. Senior Buzzkill. I guess I'll leave it on for safety.
Even if there was oxygen, the surface pressure here is 3 times higher than on Earth. You'd need to keep your helmet on at all times. That's because the sudden increase in pressure could make your ears and sinuses implode, and your lungs would collapse violently. You'd be in excruciating pain, gasping for breath, with your vision blurring from burst blood vessels around your eyes.
No. Didn't you get the memo, Peter? I am not dying on this one. No more Mr. Die Guy.
Even with your spacesuit off, the thick clouds would prevent the sun tanning process.
Well, thanks for the tanning tip, buddy. So this has been nice. Not too cold, not too hot. Rico didn't let me suntan earlier, which is a bummer, so I will remain the pale space adventurer that you all know and love. One day I will find my Ryza, that planet for the perfect vacation. But today is not that day. Still, good news is that I am looking for aliens, and there is a good chance that I'll find some, so keep watching, friends. Ooh, this gravity's really gonna cramp my layups.
Gravity reading, 1.3 times Earth's gravity. It is not substantial enough to result in such poor performance.
I am not out of shape. Okay, those late night Moonburger orders, they mean nothing. Oh God, Rico, where's a chair? I need a chair. So, aliens. How come there's none around, you know? I feel like I've been looking for these guys for like, ever, you know? And I've only found Charlie, and I'm still not entirely convinced that was real or my imagination. Brain does weird things when you're dying of oxygen deprivation.
Why are aliens so impossible to find? Great question.
Please don't say two
And
words.
I have 2 words for you.
And there it is.
Fermi paradox. You see, with all the billions and billions of planets out there, you think we would have encountered aliens by now. Scientists have been looking for signs of intelligent life in the universe forever, and we haven't detected anything yet. One physicist in the 1950s had a theory.
Oh, let me guess. It's called the Fermi paradox because Fermi was the dude's name, and it's called a paradox because it doesn't make any sense?
Sure.
No, don't sure me. Okay, I am the lifeblood
Blood of this channel.
So far, trying to answer the Fermi paradox has created a lot of speculation as to why we haven't found signs of life anywhere in the universe yet. Maybe intelligent life is out there, but cosmic distances and timescales are so huge that we've just missed each other. We've only been looking seriously for alien life with radio telescopes for just over 60 years. And what's that compared to the age of the universe?
Yeah, I can relate. I lost a sock on this ship once. It's not that big a ship, and I only looked for like a minute.
Another possible answer is that the aliens just don't want us to find them. Maybe they're scared of us, or maybe they just want to sit back and observe us.
Yeah, it's like we're gorillas in a zoo, and aliens are just waiting to see if we'll beat each other with sticks or something.
Some scientists have even wondered if advanced technology might be a kind of ticking time bomb that eventually blows up in a civilization's face. This idea is part of what's called the Great Filter Theory. Basically, once a species becomes powerful enough to build rockets and explore space, it might also accidentally create the tools of its own destruction. Think nuclear war, unstoppable artificial intelligence, engineered pandemics, or catastrophic environmental collapse. This could explain why we haven't run into any space-traveling aliens yet. They might have wiped themselves out in some apocalyptic event before ever leaving their home planet. So, what kind of alien life forms do you expect?
I don't know, something like cool and chill, you know, like non-life-threatening at all kind of aliens. You know, I don't get it. K2265F is supposed to be this planet with all this life teeming everywhere. Where is it? I don't see any. I don't see any life around here. You know, this seems like a load of bull spit to me.
K218b could host life. Doesn't mean it does. Scientists use the concept of biosignatures to determine if a planet could support life. The idea is that if chemicals associated with life on Earth are detected on another planet, well, then that means those chemicals might come from life on that planet. The big one is always oxygen.
Okay, wait. First you say that the transit spectroscopy has detected no oxygen. Then you say oxygen is life. But which is it, Peter? Why am I even here? Where's the life? And is it Laurel or Yanni? Somebody tell me!
Don't get discouraged. There could still be alien life here.
Sure.
Don't sure me. Because not all life is associated with oxygen. There are two other important chemicals here: dimethyl sulfide and dimethyl disulfide. On Earth, they're produced by marine phytoplankton and bacteria, and the concentrations of these gases on K2-18b are much higher than on Earth. K2-18b could be teeming with life. You just can't see it with your naked eye.
Marine phytoplankton, eh? So, aliens in the pool, but not aliens poolside. Not the kind of life I was particularly hoping to find, but, give them a few billion years. Don't rush them. Maybe they'll develop. Okay, here's a quick update, Chaseheads. So far, no aliens. I know, bummer. But there could be these, tiny little aliens, sea monkey type people here, If they are here, I can't see them. But I will find them, because I have a particular set of skills. Let's see what we've got here. Hello, phytoplankton! Can you hear me? Whoa, okay, hey, this is not the vibe.
Did I mention that K2-18b has active plate tectonics? Because it has such a high mass, this alien rock likely retains a lot of internal heat. That can cause earthquakes and volcanic eruptions.
Yeah, I see a volcano right in front of me. Thanks, Peter. And also, shouldn't these really be called K22F42 quakes or whatever? Ugh. Oh. Why did we land beside a volcano?
I did warn you.
Okay, kids, vacation's over. Oh, that was close. Okay, this is not looking good. I did not see any aliens, and I am now experiencing a quake. And, a volcano's erupting right behind me. That's kind of cool. Still positive I can make it to the ship, though. I'm gonna keep running. Check you Chaseheads later. Rico, take off!
Looks like Chase got away this time.
Okay, I didn't find any aliens to talk to, and, I didn't get a tan. Or any rest. But I didn't die this time, so that should count for something, right? Hope this vlog wasn't like a complete disappointment to you guys. The view, that was nice, right? So there's that. Okay, the main thing is, I survived, baby! Chase doesn't die in space! How about that, Richard? I survived K2-18b! Rico, you know what time it is!
Would you like me to launch congratulatory sequence?
Please do, baby! Peter, any comment?
Well, I guess I was wrong.
That's another first, baby! Peter admits he's an idiot! This is the best day ever! Pure, clean, recycled air.
Warning. Contamination detected.
What? What? Contamination? Contamination? I always wipe my boots according to 54-B, whatever it says in the training manual.
Contamination. Contamination. Contamination.
Oh, okay, I might have skipped it this one time.
Well, that was a big mistake. Let me pause Chase for a second and tell you about the moon landing. Back in the 1960s, when humans went to the moon for the first time, protocol required them to quarantine for 21 days after their return home. Yeah, astronauts spent 3 weeks isolated in NASA's mobile quarantine facility, just to ensure that no dangerous moon microbes could sneak back home. And that was the moon, dry, airless, and relentlessly bombarded by radiation. K2-18b has so much more potential to host life. You need to take decontamination seriously.
Maybe we haven't found aliens because they're so small we can't even see them. I think I might be breathing little tiny aliens right now. Hey, did that Fermi guy ever think of this?
I think you might have solved the Fermi paradox. When scientists look for signs of life in the universe, they don't really look for walking, talking aliens that we can hang out with. They focus on finding exoplanets like K2-18b where simple life forms could flourish.
Hey, cheeseheads. Looks like me die horribly again. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Looks like Chase has managed to find alien life. Only now, it's eating his brain.
Oh, man. This hurt. This hurt a lot. This is not fun. My eyeballs are dissolving. No bueno. Hey, this alien talking me. Hey, you know where the sock is? Yeah? Where are the socks at? Where are the socks?
Yeah, Chase isn't really talking to the aliens. He has a fatal brain fever from inhaling space bacteria, and he's hallucinating. But don't worry, Chase will be back. He always comes back. Welcome to hell! Yep, sorry, I meant Venus. Welcome to Venus. Some say it's Earth's twin, but this world is nothing like home. And you're about to experience this scorching hot landscape firsthand. Your mission is to spend 5 seconds on this hellish planet. And trust me, these are going to be a very long 5 seconds. Venus is the second planet from the Sun and our nearest neighbor. At its closest approach, Venus is a mere 40 million kilometers away from us. After just 4 months in space, you'd finally be able to witness this beautiful but deadly planet up close. 4.5 billion years ago, Venus and Earth formed in the same corner of our solar system. This space rock is about the same size as Earth, and its gravity is similar too, but unlike our home, the surface situation on Venus is extreme. We know this because we've sent probes to this scorching world. Some probes orbited it, some made a flyby, and some even landed on the surface of Venus, but those didn't last very long. What happened to them? Well, that's what you're about to find out. Time to make your way down to the surface. Don't these clouds look beautiful? Well, don't inhale them. These yellowish bands streaking across the sky are clouds of sulfuric acid. If you could only get a whiff of them, you'd smell the reek of rotten eggs. But to do that, you'd need to remove your helmet, and I definitely do not recommend that. At a height of 50 kilometers above the surface, visibility is poor. You'd hardly be able to see anything. The incredibly thick atmosphere would block views of this planet and its tens of thousands of volcanoes. The atmosphere is mostly made up of carbon dioxide, and because it's so thick, it traps heat on the planet's surface, keeping it nice and toasty. Just how toasty are we talking? Well, you're gonna find out the hard way. As you descend another 15 kilometers, the haze would begin to clear. The world below would finally reveal itself. A rust-colored surface covered in mountains and volcanoes. Looks like this volcano is still active. You'd fly around a little to collect some samples and take in the view. Yep, the atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide with traces of nitrogen. That checks out. Okay, well, let's see if you can land here. This looks like the spot.
Mission Control, am I clear for landing? Mission Control? Looks like there's no signal. Initiating the landing sequence without clearance. Fingers crossed.
Landing your spacecraft would kick up clouds of dust that would take several minutes to settle down in the soupy atmosphere. As it clears, you'd look up into the sky, but you wouldn't find the familiar yellow circle of the sun. On Venus, it always looks like dawn, no matter what time of day it is. That's because the Venusian atmosphere only lets about 10% of the sunlight that hits it reach the surface. But wait, what were we saying earlier about the space probe that landed on Venus? Oh yeah, Venera 13. This Soviet probe made its fatal landing back in 1981. It survived the descent and lasted for a whopping 127 minutes. That's longer than any other spacecraft that had made it to the surface. But then, Venera 13 gave way to the violent, uninviting environment of this hell. It was likely crushed under extreme pressure. Or it melted. But it's too late to turn around now. You've lived through the 1-hour-long landing, and you're so close. All you need to do to complete your mission is to spend 5 seconds out there. Yeah, out there. In the most extreme environment you've ever been to. You made it! Whoa, the atmosphere is so strange. You can hardly lift your arms. Even though Venus has about the same gravity as Earth, you'd be feeling the sheer weight of its immensely dense air. It would feel like you were walking through water. Very hot water. And you'd be glad you were wearing so much protective gear. A quick look at your thermometer would tell you that it's a sweltering 475 degrees Celsius out here. That's hot enough to melt lead. Your pressurized suit would be working hard to keep you safe. Without it, you'd be crushed under all that pressure before you could even complete your mission. This isn't so bad after all. Hey, if a spacecraft could last over 2 hours, some 40 years ago, well, you and your shiny new gear can survive longer, right? Venus is right here for you to discover. Just take a few more steps. Suddenly, something distracts you from the first ever first-hand human analysis of Venus's surface conditions. Your protective suit breaks. The drastic pressure shift would immediately make you feel like you were deep underwater. With an atmospheric pressure 90 times that of Earth, Venus would be crushing you from all directions. At the same time, you'd be struggling to breathe in an atmosphere without any oxygen. Any atmosphere you did manage to inhale would scald the inside of your mouth and the top of your throat. Unless you could scramble very quickly back to the safety of your spacecraft, you'd be dead within seconds. hey, it could be worse. High above you, sulfuric acid clouds would be raining acid. But in this unbearably hot environment, the toxic rain wouldn't reach the surface. It would evaporate long before that. So at least you wouldn't have to worry about acid dissolving your skin and bones. That would be kind of gruesome. You know, in hindsight, maybe we shouldn't have sent you down to explore this hellish surface. We probably should have terraformed Venus into a more hospitable planet first. But that's a story for another What If.
Oh god! I don't think they're supposed to stretch like that! This is what Rico thinks is gonna happen to me when I jump into a black hole? Okay. I'm thinking that this is one of them wormhole-y black holes that's, gonna take me to another parallel universe or something instead of rip me to shreds.
I didn't say it would rip you to shreds. I said it would spaghettify you. Spaghettification is the process of being stretched by immense gravity until you're reduced to a thin stream of matter.
That doesn't sound any better. Besides, I'm more of a Fusilli guy. But if that's what it takes for you guys to subscribe to my channel, I'll do it. Subscribe.
You are coming off as desperate.
Whatever, alright. I'm about to jump into this black hole for just 1 nanosecond.
Okay, quick brain fact. Did you know that curiosity is one of the only emotions that actually rewires your brain in real time? The moment you lean in to understand something, like you are right now, your neurons start building new pathways. When you watch curiosity-fueled content like this, your brain treats it like active learning, decoding and making sense of new ideas just like it does when you solve a puzzle. So, watching our shows is literally good for your brain. Well, that's why we launched the Popular Science Fast channel, where you can stream all our shows 24/7. Tune in any time of day and you'll find mind-bending science from us and from some of the world's leading creators, including NASA's spaceflight, Hacksmith, and Complexly. Plus, live rocket launches, documentaries, and deep dive specials. It's basically a non-stop feed of curiosity, always on, always learning. We're currently available on 10 different platforms, including Vizio, Roku, and Plex, but we're just getting started. We're reaching tens of millions of homes and streaming devices all over the globe, and that audience keeps growing every month. And the channel just keeps evolving. We're adding brand new series and specials monthly, from breakthroughs in tech to space exploration coverage you can watch live. It's a front row seat to the new space race, alongside a 150-year-old legacy of science storytelling now being brought to streaming for the first time. So, if you ever finish one of these streams and still want more, well, you don't have to wait. You can jump straight into Popular Science and keep that curiosity going. It's there 24/7, ready whenever your brain wants its next aha moment.
Three, two, one. Can I travel to a parallel universe before I get pulled back out?
You never said anything about pulling you out. That would be impossible.
What?
The black hole's gravity pulls so hard that no amount of force is able to pull you out.
Rico!
You'll be stuck moving toward the center, no matter what.
Oh, come on! Oh man, I'm not starting.
Oh, I'm starting to not feel so good.
You're starting to move in slow motion, even if time still feels normal to you. This is because the strong gravitational field near the black hole slows down time relative to an observer far away, a concept known as time dilation.
That's not how Nolan did it in Interstellar.
Yes! I told you that would work, Rico! Never doubt your boy Chase! Oh. Just like I suspected, the black hole was actually a tunnel through space-time, a wormhole, as the science nerds call it. And the other end has dropped me into a parallel universe instead of crushing me like Rico said it would. I'm a genius.
Don't celebrate too much yet.
Huh? Oh, for fuck's sake! Even in a parallel universe, everything's out to kill me.
This isn't the universe where you survive at the end of every
Wait,
episode.
what? You mean that exists?
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, well, of course! Why didn't I think of that? Theoretically, there are countless parallel universes where every possible outcome of every event happens. So all I need to do is keep jumping from universe to universe until I find one where I don't die at the end of every episode.
We're in purely speculative territory now. It can't be that simple.
Watch me, Rico.
Maybe I can find a universe where I don't die and my YouTube channel is hugely popular.
Oh, hey, that's looking better. Yeah, that's not happening. Let's try again. Hello? Are you guys real? I didn't sign up for this! Huh?
You see that vicious jealousy in chimpanzees? One of the things they attack people over is
Okay. This is getting weird. Alright. Huh. Everything seems pretty normal. Bust into this hospital and steal all the that was a sick way. Yo, what up? It's your boy Chase. Hey, what's up, broskies? So today, I'm gonna be doing the train prank, where I'm gonna set up 400 mannequins, and we're gonna see which one of us gets hit by the train first. It's gonna be epic. Holy crap! Rico! It's me! It's me! Oh. Hey, what's up, broskies? So today, I'm gonna be doing... Oh, man. Is that what I look like?
Yes, he is an exact match. Except he has 5% less body fat, 13% more symmetrical facial features.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Thank you very much for being very explicit. What's going on? After I get bolted into space by this train, we'll see if I survive. Probably land on the moon, I'll probably land on the moon, or maybe I'll end up in orbit. I love you! I love you guys too! Yeah, totally! Oh, let's take a photo. Yeah. No, I'd love to do more selfies. Okay, don't touch me there. Alright, chill. Yo, Chase heads, chill! What are are those things?
Subscribers.
Huh?
He has 500 million of them.
What? Hey, what up, dudes? That was totally a prank! I'm still chilling. Hey.
Catchphrase!
What am I watching here? It's a prank! I'm just kidding, you idiots! Why are you all screaming?
Bro?
That's different. Bro? Hey, wait! Wait! Wait for me! So Rico said, you can't jump into a black hole, and I was like, listen up, Rico boy. Chase here can definitely jump into this black hole. So that's what I did. I jumped in and spaghettified, well, fusillied myself all the way here. And somewhere between all this, I was on Joe Rogan. Somebody wanted me to eat a bunch of hot dogs, and now I'm here. So, like, no matter what sick tech or rad gear you roll in with, you still totally bite it at the end of every episode? That's what you took away from this? I mean, I know it's lame, but like, no, bro, that's epic. I mean, you might bite it at the end of every episode, but at least you come back, smelling minty fresh as ever. Me? I just never die, no matter how wrecked or busted up I get. But you're living the dream. You've got your face on billboards. You've got mobs of crazy fans who love you. Or want to eat you. I'm not really sure what was happening over there, but it seemed cool. Bro, they're crazy. Like, they keep pushing me for gnarlier and crazier stunts. Now they've got my sponsor, Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings. Hopped up on this massive live stream. I don't think my body's gonna come out in one piece, bro.